Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about the Israel and Hamas war that's been going on in the Gaza Strip. And I have a video to show you guys from a former Israeli hostage that was currently being held by Hamas. He was freed 2 weeks ago. This is him right here on the screen. His name is Keith Siegel, and he released a statement to Trump just today, and I want to show it to you guys. And he's also going to talk a little bit about the conditions that he was living in and the fact that he was tortured and starved apparently while he was being held captive. And something that we showed you guys recently was one of the hostage releases that took place over the last couple weeks. There was three men, and I believe this could have been one of them right here. He looks very similar to some of the pictures that I showed you guys just probably about a week ago. And apparently, many of these men who were released, they looked very skinny, malnourished, and apparently they were starved while being held in the tunnels of Gaza by Hamas. And if you can still see here in the video, he looks very skinny. Okay, so he's going to be talking to us. It's a quick 2-minute clip and discussing how things went for him while he was being held by Hamas. And I think this is a great video to show everybody so you can see exactly what these people were going through while they were being held by Hamas. So you can see here it says Israeli American citizen Keith Siegel, who was released from Hamas captivity 2 weeks ago after being held captive for 484 days, recorded a video message for President Trump. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you guys right now. I mean, imagine being held for 484 days. That's absolutely insane. So this is from Bring Them Home Now. Israeli American citizens Keith Siegel, who was released from Hamas captivity 2 weeks ago after being held captive for 484 days, recorded a video message for Trump. I was held for 484 days in unimaginable conditions, and every single day felt like it could be my last. President Trump, you are the reason I am home alive. Please bring them home. Okay. And he's talking about the other hostages that are still being held by Hamas. So that's amazing that this man had the courage to come out on live video and share this with us. So I want you guys to see it, approximately 2 minutes long. So go ahead and take a look at what he has to say. It will be in English.
My name is Keith Siegel, and I'm a 65-year-old American citizen. I love country music and I love pancakes on Saturday morning, but that was my previous life. Since February 1, I am a newly released Hamas hostage. I'm a survivor. I was held for 484 days in unimaginable conditions. Every single day felt like it could be my last. President Trump, you are the reason I am home alive. You are the reason I was reunited with my beloved wife, 4 children, and 5 grandchildren. Thank you for your continued fight against terror and for your bold leadership that has brought me and many others back home to our families, to safety and to security. When I was in Gaza, I lived in constant fear for my life and for my personal safety. I was starved and I was tortured, both physically and emotionally. When the war intensified, the terrorists who held me treated me even worse than usual. Terrorists kicked me, spat on me, and held me with no water, no light, and no air to breathe. Mr. President, once again, your leadership, power, and authority are necessary to enforce the ceasefire and put an end to the unnecessary daily dangers to the lives of innocent hostages and civilians. Your leadership and strength will ensure the agreement is honored by all sides. That is what will allow all 76 hostages to return home to their families. I trust your strength and leadership, Mr. President. The helpless hostages in the dark, cold tunnels in Gaza also trust you. Please bring them home.
All right, so very courageous statement coming out from Keith here. And as you can see, he was talking about the conditions he was living in, and he was held down there with no light, barely any water, many times being kicked and being spat on and treated horribly. and clearly was starved and tortured, as he talks about here. So I just wanted you guys to see this so that way you can see directly coming from some of these Israeli hostages. And I believe this is the only video that I've seen coming out of any of the hostages talking about their conditions of how they were living down there, because there's so much talk about how Hamas was handling these hostages very well. Many of them who were being released were standing up on stage, being given awards, and making it appear as if Hamas was doing a great job of taking care of them. Maybe it was the case for some of them, but then there were some of these men, like this gentleman here you see, Keith, who were not being treated well. So just wanted to get that out there and share that with you guys. And also just a quick update to let you know that as far as I know for tomorrow, Hamas is supposed to be releasing 3 hostages, so it looks like we are not going to see hell breaking out in inside of Gaza, as we heard from Trump recently. He came out saying that if Hamas was not going to release the hostages by Saturday at noon, that we were going to see fighting most likely resume. And also Israel came out and said that as well, that they would resume the fighting if need be. So it looks like Hamas is doing a 180 again and deciding to release those hostages tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. And something could break out tomorrow in the Gaza Strip, but most likely we'll see these hostages get released and the ceasefire will continue, hopefully, to phase number 2, which right now they're on phase 1. Just wanted to give you these updates coming out from the Gaza Strip and let you know what's going on over here. But let me know what you think of this statement coming out from Keith today down below in the comment section. But that's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.